The Yellow Brick Road. This video does not reflect the actual views of real people. These are actors playing a role to entertain audiences. No persons or animals were harmed in the making of this video. Gosh, I love YouTube and I love Google.
Give the parent that. Have fun swimming, 8 feet deep.
Just tell them what we're talking about.
It's a joke. So apparently, we found an article that says Knuckleduster from My Hero Academia's vigilante. What'd you call it? Not a spin-off.
I think the article was calling it a spin-off.
Oh. Saying that 7 reasons, right? 7 reasons why he's a better hero, or he's just better than Batman. Yeah.
We're gonna look over those 7 thingies. Put our foots down and let them know that the king of things is, yeah. Alright, let's check it out, and we're going to break down each one and let you know why Batman is a million times better.
Well, right now.
According to me.
Seven reasons why My Hero Academia's Knuckleduster is better than Batman. What? That? Alright. So, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I already read it, but...
You just like highlight over something you might want to throw out there.
Yeah. This guy talks about, he has a name specifically. I should be a Charlie. Charlie Rid. I feel like an idiot.
Charlie Ridgely.
Okay.
He said, challenge me on Twitter if you're an angry Batman fan that disagrees. So, that's what we're doing.
Alright. He claims that, Batman is one of the most iconic characters in comic book history, Abilities, like talks like what he can do as far as abilities, detective, fighting skills, persona, gritty tone, he talks about his popularity, and basically mentions Knuckleduster, as like a counterpart in a way.
A almost Batman equivalent in the My Hero Academia universe. Which I'm a huge fan of.
Equivalent, yeah. I love it.
Well, just shit I can watch on TV. I don't read comic books or anything like that. So.
No.
And
I like TV shows better anyway. Yeah. Comic books, it's like, I don't get to see you guys move around and stuff. And he says he's also a way better character than Batman without a shadow of a doubt. It's like, well.
That is a hefty claim. And just for preface, I am purely arguing from the Dark Knight perspective. James, I don't know what you're probably just going.
Probably both.
Overall Batman.
Oh, I recognize there's different adaptations of Batman, like the animated series that people watch when they're little. At least we did.
I watched that. Yeah.
Then there's the movies.
The 80s and 90s Batman movies.
Where I won't shoot you, but I'll put a bomb to your chest. Watch you blow up. It's like, no.
Well, the way I look at it is, okay, you have all these renditions of Batman, but then the Dark Knight trilogy came out, and I'm like, oh, that's Batman. To me personally, that's Batman.
Yeah, that's the perfect representation of Batman.
So I just end up throwing
highlights everything. Like, and all the representations of Batman follow the rule that they don't kill, they don't shoot anybody,
but they made it like a heavy point of emphasis.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why I throw all the rest of the other stuff. I almost throw it out until the Dark Knight trilogy is surpassed.
It's like a blueprint.
I would say it is the thing.
My bad.
Until it's surpassed.
Yeah.
So
you got this character Batman. It's just perfect for this, you know.
Yeah.
So he's acknowledging, you know, oh, it's blasphemous and et cetera, et cetera. See, blasphemous to say such a thing, such an insight that literally called comic book. But the truth is, he says the truth. I know Batman has thousands upon thousands of appearances under his belt, and just about every person on the planet has read or watched a movie. So it's fair to say we can talk about the trilogy based on his adventures. Trust me, I get it. I don't think you do.
I would talk about the movies regardless.
Well, yeah, because that's the perfect representation of Batman.
So he's just saying that I understand Batman's widely popular, but he's gonna shoot in the breeze right now. Just throw it out there. Fuck it, this guy's better, and here's why. Let's see if he's for real or facetious.
He's saying it doesn't matter here because when it comes to character being crafted and the way he deals with crime, his relatability to readers or watchers, and his overall fit within a story, Knuckleduster is far superior character to Batman, and it is even close. Maybe he meant to say Batman right there, like right here, like insert Batman right there, and then put Knuckleduster right there.
We're gonna be called fanboys now.
Well, I'm not, I'm not a fanboy. I don't know every little detail to Batman, but I do understand what a champion is.
All right, let's go through the fucking things. Number 7.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Working class hero. So basically, he states something in regards of something that's more, relatable. And more. First and foremost, Knuckleduster is a working class hero, a true man of the people.
That does not mean shit. Unless you're saying economics determines who a person is. What would that mean for a character? You could be a good guy when you're poor. You could be a good guy when you're
ready?
When you're rich.
Batman's alter ego Bruce Wayne is one of the wealthiest individuals in the entire DC universe. Okay. This guy's a bona fide billionaire playboy that takes the streets of Gotham once his white-collar day at the office is done. Every night, he trades in a power suit for a bat suit, a Lambo for a Batmobile, and rides out into the city like he's the people's champion.
Well, arguing the Dark Knight perspective, that's just a mask or persona.
It is.
In order to hide, like, no one would think that the billionaire playboy who's hanging out with models and fancy dinners is at nights fucking crusading the fucking city. It's a part of his masking. So I would see that as a positive.
The true self, yeah. Like, this isn't me. Ready? This isn't me. I am more. It's like, oh, what does that mean?
So, hold on. So, economic background should have no fucking...
not at all. Nothing.
Anything on morality.
No. Here's the next thing, though. Bruce Wayne has no idea how the people of Gotham actually live. That's not true either. Based off of, like, what I could just mention the movie, too. Right? Earlier in the film, he's shown what the living conditions are. He's fully aware of what happens. Even though he had a very different view of how things go down, Oh, it's crime's the problem. Oh, crime's not really the problem. It's corruption that's the problem.
Yeah, in the movies, the Dark Knight trilogy movies, you see him go to the elements of crime more than, robbery over here, fraud, murder. He's like the elements of crime itself, which is why he basically puts himself into those lower economic situations.
He ran away from his $1 billion.
He went to understand suffering.
Yeah.
And when he got to Ra's al Ghul, he's understanding.
Ra's al Ghul.
Whatever.
Just saying.
He went to understand. Well, it was just sort of happenstance that he got there, but he ended up learning about fear, an element of a person.
Yeah.
We all have them. It's an element.
If everything. So again, here's the thing about Bruce Wayne. This is what he says. No idea. Okay, he's not. He says he can't relate to the people. Basically, he doesn't have any experience of the struggle of everyday life like they do. That's ridiculous, man.
He doesn't understand their particular situation, but he understands suffering. that's the element, suffering.
It's like empathy, man. It exists.
He understands the core of it, not just the...
On the other hand, comes from the streets that he fights to protect. This guy lives, breathes, and struggles of the working class. He's talking about Knuckleduster. Like, okay, so what?
Struggle is not class exclusive.
This one change alone to the ability to relate to people he's fighting for already makes Knuckleduster a superior character. It's like I kind of want to stop right here, you know, in a way.
But don't.
But I'm going to keep going. Mystery. Batman's identity may be a mystery to the... Oops, my fault.
There you go.
Batman's identity may be a mystery to other characters in DC Universe, but readers have known about his civilian life from the jump. Everyone understands who Bruce Wayne is, so there is next to nothing for an audience to unpack when it comes to the character's story. Knuckleduster, however, is nothing but a mystery. It's like,
That's a poor... To me, that's a poor argument. Because... Okay, what's better? Is it something I can rewatch 1,000,000 times? Like the Dark Knight trilogy? Or is it something where it's like, oh, they did this and then they built on it over here and then
look, Batman's gay in this movie. Look! It's like, so...
You fucked my joke up.
Whatever. What was it?
I was going to say, where things just keep piling on top of each other. Oh, it's new.
Oh, shock value.
Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
See, look at that.
Nothing has to be brand new and shiny and new. Like you can have like a new it's weird. I don't want to say representation or new adaptation, but the character has to stay true.
Yes.
Batman has unbreakable morals.
You want the core character.
Yeah.
But with the environment changing.
Batman has unbreakable morals.
You want the core character.
Yeah.
But the situation changes around him.
That means no matter where he goes, he's still the same character.
It's like,
Did
you watch like Groundhog's Day and be like, fuck, it's just living the same day over and over again? Come on.
That's why I know he meant. He's gonna. I'll mention this later. What I'm about to say because he mentions it. It's like backtracking a little bit. Okay. So, basically says he's not a mystery. Knuckleduster is nothing but a mystery.
Just because his storyline changes from here and there, right?
Yeah, and he's fairly new as well. When the character arrives in the first issue, you know nothing about him. Okay. Other than the fact that he's a vigilante who wears a trench coat and a knack for punching people in the face. There's no mention of his alter ego backstory, history, etc., etc. This allows Knuckleduster's tale to be actually untold. As My Hero Academia Vigilantes continues, piece by piece, we're able to see who this character is when the mask is off, and what he's like when I don't know how to say that and Pop
Koichi and Pop.
While a wife who seems to be ailing from an incurable disease of shock, and a shocking twist revolving around a daughter no one knew he had. Knuckleduster's home life is the biggest plot movers of the entire series, providing an unending source of intrigue. I can't believe this.
You might be like a fan of, not you, but Charlie. Charlie might be a fan of like jump scare horror movies. Instead of like
shock value, whatever. It's like boo!
Instead of like crazy storylines.
Maybe.
There you go.
It's like I don't need to be surprised, I don't need things to be a mystery,
Yeah.
It's about the story itself, Here, everyone knows who Superman is, right? I don't care though. I've seen cartoons, most of the movies since I was a kid. I'm no super fan. I know who Superman is. It's clear that he's basically like a Christ character, As far as that representation of, I don't have to go into it, but it doesn't matter how old the character is or the story is if it's represented in such a way, it shouldn't matter, that mainly think, oh, kryptonite, I see it. It's like, but what does that mean, the kryptonite? Does that have any meaning to it? You know what I mean? Someone could give it more meaning than it ever has, or it ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I watch Game of Thrones, I want to see Jon Snow be Jon Snow, but have his scenarios change. to where he goes beyond the wall, or he meets Daenerys.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see his environment changing around him, but the character has to stay the same.
Yeah. Unpredictable. So that's kind of like the same thing as this in a way. Mystery. He's unpredictable. You never know. We don't know the character. You know, I hope he does not.
Those are basically the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's not what I'm thinking right now. Knuckleduster's a mystery, so we don't know his character really, but he's a better character than Batman. He's unpredictable. We don't know what he's gonna do, but he's a better character than Batman. It's like, what are you talking? What? What? Going hand in hand with the mystery surrounding Knuckleduster and his supreme ability to be unpredictable in every single issue. That's not a great thing. I can understand as far as, it's a new character. Oh, it's exciting. You know, as far as, I wonder what he's going to do. But in no way, shape, or form does that make him a better character, him being new.
Yeah.
Because we don't know who this guy is or where he came from. The series began. It's hard to guess exactly what he's going to do with a major situation that's in front of him. That doesn't make him good. You know, Batman, we know he's going to be at least the Dark Knight perspective or the trilogy perspective. Or you could argue the true idea of what Batman is.
Well, alright.
Because if you go with his morals,
you're going to go with unpredictability. Like we said, you want the core character to stay the same.
Yeah.
But then you add in the Dark Knight Joker, to where, like you said, he represents chaos. There is no order going on for Batman's environment, but he's still the same character.
Yeah.
Now ask the question, like, what's Batman going to do in this situation?
Sure.
Because of how dire the Joker dynamic was.
Right. I remember when he had the two people with the bombs on the boats.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah. You have a guy built on order and principles and shit, and you have a guy who's the polar opposite. That's the pinnacle of what you want your characters to have.
Even when that didn't fucking work, he's like, you gotta do it yourself sometimes. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So that's like, you know, I don't need like shit, every little fucking thing to be new, or I don't know anything about it, you know.
Yeah. You don't need the characters' decision making to be unpredictable. You need the scenario to be like, fuck, how is Batman, as he is, how's he going to deal with this situation here?
For all we know, Knuckleduster could be a real asshole. Really? For all we know, really. Who knows? Because we don't get, we don't exactly know what he's going to do with major situations. At this point, Batman has lost touch with the readers. Okay, now if you're talking about comics, I'm not sure, but again, I'm just talking about, the core character of Batman. Okay? To no fault of his own, the character has become so established in both comic readers and movie watchers. Okay, now I can fucking talk about the movie, straight up.
That's been established.
Well, yeah, but just making sure he's not some of the comics alone, because who knows?
I would talk about the movie regardless.
Gotcha. Have come to expect a certain decision-making process from the Caped Crusader. If a writer tries to break the mold, here it comes, this is it, and make Batman unique, yeah, right there, boom, boom, unique. At any point, longtime fanboys will get up all in arms and scream to their 47 followers on Twitter, "That's not my Batman. My Batman would never do that." You know why? Because maybe Batman doesn't shoot people. Maybe Batman's unbreakable morals are supposed to be unbreakable. Unbreakable, you know? If you have a guy that's established as the champion, you know?
I can't even see how that makes sense.
It doesn't. Not really. Not at all.
If Batman's Batman, how would him changing his character make him unique? I thought he was already unique that he's Batman.
Incredibly
That's
unique.
That's him being unique.
The fact, ready? He's not a superhero. He doesn't have superpowers. Wrong, my friend. Wrong. I'm not saying you said that. What? You say he's not unique, or or them breaking his character in a way to make him unique.
Yeah, that's like you being you for 40 years, and you're like, oh, I'm not unique anymore. I've been me too long. Yeah, I need to do something different to be
shave my head.
A uniquer me.
I have to shave my head. I'm unique now. Ready? So, like the Batman in Justice League. oh well, he's experienced some tough things. So
Oh,
what?
You mean Batman versus Superman?
Oop, my bad. Oopsie.
Yeah, down, down. Killer
Right
instinct, down.
Right there.
There you go.
My fault. I'm new at this thing, this device. Yeah, like the Batman from Batman vs Superman. Okay, that dude literally, he basically shot people and he ran over people. No, he did shoot people from his fucking car, and he took. And, I'm shooting you, man. I'll just take your arm and shoot people with it. It's like, I didn't technically kill them. I didn't shoot them technically. It's like, dude, that's not Batman. That's, on paper, it's Batman, but it's someone's weird, warped adaptation of Batman. Which is why it's like, wow, that's trash. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
for me, I accept them all as Batman, quote unquote. I just say this is the Dark Knight trilogy is the fully expressed Batman. This is what Batman's supposed to be.
Yeah.
As opposed to
It's a way. It's like you highlighted everything, like his rules, his morals, etc., etc. That's what's like the pinnacle of it.
go to the next
Right. Killer instinct. Oh, this will be good. Batman has made clear over the years that he doesn't kill anyone, so much that every reader and every villain knows it. This leads to a disadvantage for both Batman in combat and with us. For those of us reading and watching this story unfold, excluding torture, right? That's why it's that's not to say that a hero character should kill people. In fact, my point is quite the opposite. Why even bring it up?
I think he's talking about the threat of death.
Then he drops the fucking crime boss in Dark Knight. It's like, this foe won't kill me. I know. Ah! You hear his like Achilles tendons pop and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
One of Batman's powers. Once again, talking about the trilogy. One of Batman's powers is honing fear and using it as a weapon.
Oh, that's definitely been used in other adaptations.
Okay, but that's why they show him basically defeating fear in order to own fear, in order to use fear.
That's the first movie, man. That's how it begins.
Yeah. Trilogy.
Yeah.
It's like, it's time my enemies feel my pain or something like that. He says that when he carves
Share
out.
my dread.
Yeah. Yeah.
My super nerd's coming out. Knuckleduster has a killer instinct, and he carries himself in a way that makes everyone believe that he's out for blood. Okay?
Doesn't everyone think that about Batman?
Yeah, usually.
I know you won't kill me, but I'll fuck you up to where you wish you were dead.
I can break your legs.
It's like,
There are at times it looks like he's enjoying using a villain as a punching bag entirely too much. That might be a sadist, who knows. I think to myself, this guy is unhinged. There's even a moment where I'm going to be vague here because I don't want to spoil it, where Knuckleduster literally goes for the kill when fighting someone he loves. Oh, what?
keep reading.
While he had a plan in place to save that person. As a reader, it's easy to believe that he actually had done the unthinkable. Batman doesn't have that and seriously hurts his stock. What the hell? No. What? This just makes this guy like a he has issues.
As far as
taking pleasure from pain and hurting someone.
As far as the trilogy goes, I would say, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. And like my phone made noise. I was like,
phone's like, pay attention to me.
I was butt dialing.
It goes back to what you said. Like, you think this guy might just like the boo factor of movies, like
Or comics, yeah.
Yeah.
Just it's like, oh, it's new. It's constantly consuming, rather than
it's like, don't you guys know, like, when something's very like dry and corny? It's like, okay, this doesn't mean anything. This means like this does, and if it does, it's like very weak.
Yeah. Let's keep it moving.
Right. One step ahead. Batman is heralded as the world's greatest detective. There are many times where that is true. Over 32 chapters of My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Knuckleduster has proven to be the Dark Knight's equal, if not more.
I don't even need.
These are like, he's a detective and da 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 da.
I have no idea if he's a better detective. I'm sure he hasn't been running long enough, right? Knuckleduster, he's relatively new.
He's very new.
So we don't really. If I can only base it on one movie or
Batman,
3 movies,
Batman has been like described as like an expert in hand-to-hand combat. Like they're basically elevating all his physical abilities as far as that up to a normal man.
yeah. Well, he did pull ballistics from a shattered bullet in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Which was pretty incredible.
So he could be a genius.
No, it's technology though. Yeah. But to even think of that is pretty interesting.
What I'm saying is, I don't like to limit anybody's abilities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like endless in a way. Capabilities of someone. The biggest overarching, arcing story in this initial run of Vigilantes revolves around a drug that amplifies a person's quirk. That kind of sounds dumb. Just saying. Whatever. Making them an instant supervillain. I mean, I don't care that if it has like serious blowback, but whatever. Knuckleduster and his team are trying to track down the source of the drug.
Team?
Yeah, he has a team.
Oh.
So it's bad. Kind of. Not really.
Not in The Dark Knight. Unless you count Alfred.
Alfred's a team player. Oh, and Lucius Fox. And then you got Jim Gordon. And then you got...
there you go.
Harvey Dent. And you got Rachel. So let's investigate... I don't want to read this.
He's pointing out one instance of that. Maybe there's more in the comics, but
yeah,
I'm sure there's like decades of Batman detective stuff.
Yeah.
That I don't even care about, honestly.
It's called Detective Comics.
I personally don't care. That's fucking shiny lights on the wall.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
not really like
next.
the core of the
Number
character.
6, team player. While Knuckleduster has long operated as a loose cannon, he's reached the point in his career, as far as where the story's going, where he needs a little bit of help now and then. Unlike Batman, he has no problem putting his faith in the others. Okay, I don't... So what? One of Batman's biggest flaws is the inability to trust people around him, even though he handpicks people like Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon, Bruce, never allows himself to ask them for help. He constantly pushes them away and tries to do things himself. More often than not, his friends end up coming to his rescue, putting everyone in danger anyway. Well, that's just called a bad story, okay?
Well, that's sort of what we're talking about. Once again, talking about The Dark Knight, I can't comment on team playing. It was his movie for him.
That's straight up his movie.
He did have... Actually, the last one, there was teamwork. In fact, the last one is...
Dude, there's always someone helping.
Well, hold on. The last one is a lot about him embracing teamwork. Like, he embraces Catwoman.
Yeah.
And Robin. And yeah.
Someone within the system lost faith in the system and now works within the darkness. Knuckleduster learned early on that he needed his friends' help, etc., etc. He wanted to keep fighting. He had some struggles. Trust them on early. He contributed to them to give them more responsibility. Okay, so
I see that as like a... I
Ready?
don't care if he involves teammates or not.
I don't care either.
I enjoy the character.
Yeah. All that said,
non-changing character.
Knuckleduster still has his secrets. There's whatever. Major investigation that he's been taking on behind the scenes that no one knows about, are away from his team, that could change the course of the entire series. It's weird, man. This guy's relatively new. No one knows anything about him. So how can you say he's a... And based on...
That's how. Wrote an article.
Yeah, whatever. Sense of humor.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I'm skipping that.
Does that have anything to do with
No.
a better character or not?
Listen, Batman said what are those? That means he's good now.
Just throw Batman in the Marvel universe, and it'll be actually in Justice League. They try to make him comical, and it's highly cringeworthy.
Oh shit! It's like, oh, dude.
That's Batman or Superman.
I don't give a fuck. It's still the same shit.
Justice League is
really
different. He's like a joke in that movie.
Really?
To me, yeah.
And I don't want like you or the two people watching this to be upset because in a way it's like, again, here it's not Batman. It's like, what is this? I heard it was so bad, like so incredibly bad. You can say the same thing for Superman. Superman isn't fucking like in Batman versus Superman. He doesn't fucking just kill people willy nilly, you know. He's like, I'm angry and dark now. I'm gonna fly into people and kill them. It's like, you didn't. No.
I think in Justice League they're just bending the knee for. Oh look, it's the guy who wrote it. This is really great content. I love hearing your thoughts about the Dark Knight trilogy. Very insightful. Great work.
Yes.
We're just fanboys, man. We gotta defend our Cape Crusader.
I'm so happy he wrote back.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That's awesome.
But you're wrong. You're cool, but you're wrong.
Yeah, he didn't get his flock of fans, and I like that he wrote back, man. I'm happy now. That made my day. It did. All right, we can die happy. Let's go.
Any final thoughts on this?
I think it's tough, man, because he's a new character, and he may have...
Yeah, that's probably one of the most important things.
Yeah.
He needs more time to even...
It's like, imagine like the first time we see Angel and Buffy, right? It's like, well, I don't know shit about him, you know. Not much is being said, you know. It's not like, well, you know, I have a soul. But then we see Angel in his own series, and it's like
how
blossoming.
he gets a soul, yeah, all of that.
Yeah,
you get the whole pack. You get to understand the core character.
Mm-hmm.
That you even complained to me about him, like when it came to like, what'd you say? Something about him doing like something that's like not what you believed his core character was. In a way.
Yeah, he did some stupid
it's like,
shit.
wait a minute, he's supposed to be
Angel,
the champion.
Angel's supposed to be the fucking champion, the uncorruptible guy, and he can make some mistakes, but doesn't kill people. You know what he did? He locked a group of lawyers in a room with fucking Darla and Drusilla, and he killed them all. And
vampires, by the way.
Yeah.
Soulless vampires.
They're just monsters walking around in fucking skin suits. That's what they are. Okay? The vampires, that is, the lawyers have a soul.
Debatable.
It's there.
Yeah.
So, you know, he just close the double doors, and they all die, you know? Like, that's not what he's supposed to do. I don't give a fuck. They fucked up there. Okay? They messed up. That's not what a champion does.
Yeah.
You can do this. Like, let's say he didn't trust his friends. That's okay. You know?
Yeah.
It's established that, you know, like, this guy's the main guy. I'm not saying everybody else is weak, but they've shown weakness, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you see Charles Gunn later in the series. He did something because he was weak. He let them fuck with his head and basically indirectly led to Fred getting hurt.
Well, they use self-esteem against him.
Sure.
Basically, or confidence.
Like, yo, you're just this. That's all you are. It's like, if you were a champion, which, you know, all of them are in their own way, but like a straight up, unbreakable moral, like, you are the champion, you know, that you can be, everyone else can be, that wouldn't faze him. It's like, I'm more than that.
Yeah. So,
it's like, for Batman, that never...
So, here's my last spiel on this.
Well, like, I hope this guy becomes a great character. I'm hoping for that.
You're stealing my last spiel.
You know what, dude?
But I wouldn't say I hope he becomes... Well, I hope all characters become great in their own way. But what I'm saying is, as far as the Dark Knight trilogy with Batman, that core character, they established it so well that first of all, it'd be ridiculously hard to surpass. But I could see a character equaling it as far as this is this character and this is that character.
Sure.
But they have this core to them that is almost beyond the genre it's in. And almost like it's like art coming to life. Like that is the character. It's like it's a real person. That's the guy.
Yeah.
Or girl.
That's why I really like Midoriya from My Hero Academia.
Yeah, he's cool.
It's like, no.
What?
Whatever.
And
he is.
I like the class of characters. I like the way they play off each other, in a way.
Yeah.
Even the villains, when they're like,
sure,
he's not a hero. He's not worthy.
Stain. Yes. The hero killer Stain.
Yeah, that's very cool. But there's still plenty of room for them to.
In a way, he's basically like a Joker. In a way, he's like, all you care about is money. Burns the money. It's like, oh god. It's like, where's that beginning? No.
Yeah. So
I'll rewind. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Right now I'm like, my hero's at like a 8.3, but what's happened so far, I can see the potential of an 8.9 to 9 range.
Yeah.
In some thing in Jody's chat room, I was like, My Hero Academia.
Jody's corner.
Yes.
In his chat room. Did you donate?
No. They get enough money. I was saying My Hero Academia is like approaching the Legions and Westworlds. They're approaching it. They're not quite there yet, to me.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
That's all I got to say about that.
No, and that's all I got to say about that.
All right. Throw on your 2 cents.
What, 25 cents?
Your last 25 cents.
It's basically, it's like, oh. All jokes aside.
ADD motherfucker.
Calm down. All jokes aside, I disagree. But glad you guys took the time to actually have some of this. I wanted to spark conversation.
Read it out loud, you asshole.
What? They can see it. They can see it.
All jokes aside, I disagree, but glad you guys took the time to actually have some with this. I wanted to spark conversation and bring attention to a great series, and I'm pumped that's what happened.
I respect that.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, like one day I'll talk about how My Hero Academia is way better than Dragon Ball Z. I said one day I will break down how My Hero Academia is better than Dragon Ball Z. Overall.
That's a you thing.
Overall.
That's a you thing.
Oh no, you're there too. You'll be there.
I can just throw season 1 shit out there.
You don't have no. Look, dude. I honestly believe now that you don't even need to know that much. I just tell you things.
All right.
Yeah.
Then that means you have to put your credibility on the line. Then.
Whatever.
Your expertise in
That's fine.
Dragon Ball Z.
That's fine.
All right.
I'll have Joe here too.
Oh yeah, he did mention that shit.
That's it. End it. End it now. Stop it. Stop
All right, so subscribe, and don't forget to give Knuckleduster a thumbs down. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh my face.
Peace out, guys.